What's up, everybody, and welcome to Creative Kill. I am one of your hosts, John Roberts, and we have
Dizzie Locz.
Ben Marshall, y'all.
And today we are talking all things horror, supernatural, and true crime. And to get started today, we're going to thank our host first. We want to thank 519 Studios in the city of Albuquerque for giving us this wonderful studio here. It's been a blessing since we've had this. And then we also want to thank Wolf Krusemark Art, which we'll introduce Tori here in a second, but she's wearing one of his t-shirts today. We're so excited to have her on. And then we've got Dizzie here. He's still got his Psych Society brand. Check that out, guys. Awesome legal mushroom bars. And then finally, we want to thank just everybody, all of our followers, all of our watchers, everybody that tunes into this. We really appreciate your guys' support. And so today's episode, we are going to be introducing our new host, guys. What do you guys think about that?
All right, let's go.
I know, here she is.
Yeah.
We finally got a female on the show. We know everybody, okay? So let's introduce her. So this is going to be my friend and horror enthusiast. We love her so much, and she's done some shorts and some other things with us. But this is Tori Lyons, everybody. Tori, say what's up to everybody out there in America.
Right.
Actually, all over the world, because we're a web series. So again, we like to cover everything, guys, that's true crime. It's horror. It's anything supernatural. We do a bunch of fun stuff. We just recently had on Jim Lujan, who actually talked to us about demon possession. You weren't here.
Yeah.
It was a crazy episode. Did you watch it?
I did watch it, yeah.
It was
pretty
nuts.
good, yeah.
Jim he's a very eclectic guy.
Well, and I
He's
think
super
that like
cool.
demon possession, that's just like a crazy subject in its own, you know?
Yeah, well, we kind of went into it in the first episode. Remember me and Ben when we
Yeah.
first talked about it with Jesus?
With Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us about the demon stuff, but then Jim took it to kind of a whole new level because he actually did an exorcism, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, to be in the
know,
room
The
like
power
that,
of Christ compels you.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
The power of Christ compels
It's not
you.
that compelling.
I know, right? So that was a lot of fun. And so we're now just bringing on Tori, and we want to introduce everybody to Tori. She's super cool. She knows a lot of shit about horror. So let's get started on the big three questions. What do you guys think? Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get into
So,
it.
Tori,
Yes.
welcome.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Yeah, great. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing
Doing
great.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So Tori, what is your favorite horror movie?
I would say probably a classic, The Shining.
The Shining.
Ooh,
Nice.
I like The Shining.
Right?
I love
That one
The
is
Shining.
like eerie and creepy, and I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some stuff to talk about here in a minute, but why The Shining? Just tell us. Do you know?
What do I know?
I know.
I mean, it's probably one of my first movies I watched. Scary movies growing up, and it's kind of like a feel-good movie. Sometimes I put it on before bed as like just a background noise,
Yeah.
or just you
White
know,
noise in the
it's
background.
The white noise, that score. That
Yeah.
score is not white noise. It's like this huge bass. It's like boom.
But I mean, yeah,
Yeah, it's like
just a
it's like
comfort
something
food
I feel like I
for me.
listened to when I was taking a shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. But
But-
no, I gotta tell you, it's first of all, it's one of Kubrick's fucking classics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I've always wanted to go stay in the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been
awesome.
that's one of my like bucket list situations.
Right,
But I
right.
want to do it the right way when I can just go and like ball out and then
Right.
get possessed and chop up my wife.
Well, that does go wrong in
I mean,
Jack
that wouldn't
Nicholson,
be a
right?
vacation there if you didn't do that. you know?
So that's the package.
Yeah.
That's the funny. You get at the Stanley Hotel. They have like the Shining package, and they're
Right.
like, "Bring your wife."
We'll give you a shiny new axe with every purchase of tickets.
right.
Here we go. Yeah, right here. Yeah. So yeah, The Shining but it is also a horror classic. Let's be honest.
Yes.
It's probably, I would probably put it in the top 10, if not top 5.
Oh yeah,
Horror movies
Most-
of all
I
time.
agree.
Yeah, super
I mean,
well-rounded.
it's got a cult following to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the great horror movies, it has its own cult following.
Did you guys watch Doctor Sleep too?
I did not.
I did not watch.
You haven't watched Doctor Sleep?
yet.
You know that's the
No.
sequel to The Shining.
Yeah.
Nope, I
It's
have not.
fucking awesome. It is so great, and it's with Ewan McGregor and I can't remember her name. And the only reason why I remember the bad guy's name is Rose, and obviously we know what's going on with that with the
Right.
art stuff.
Yeah.
But so that's really cool. So The Shining, fantastic, great selection for your horror film.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
Now-
And so, who would be your favorite villain in a horror movie? Like, who's your favorite villain horror movie?
Oh, I can't wait.
I
Is it me?
keep,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, right. It's myself, actually. Plot twist. I keep resorting back to childhood memories of probably Michael Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister and I were obsessed of the whole series. I mean, we were elementary, middle school watching these, and so we had the mask and stuff, and it'd scare each other. Yeah, so
you know
probably
what
Michael
that mask
Myers.
is. I mean, everybody knows the
Yeah,
horror
isn't
community.
it?
It's William
Captain,
Shatner.
Yeah.
It's Captain Kirk,
Kirk,
William
right?
Shatner.
Yeah.
And they just spray
Spray painted
painted
it
it.
white.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, the Halloween, I got to tell you, so you were talking about the series. There's like 3 different timelines or something that are going on in all of the movies.
Yes.
But they're all connected in some way, shape, or form. I think except for like the Rob Zombie.
The,
Yeah, I think
the
the Rob Zombie was a
original
Yeah. Well,
Halloween series, not the newer stuff that came
Right.
out. Like,
Well, no. Halloween Kills and all that's connected
Yeah.
to the original, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they had like Halloween H2O.
Yeah.
Do you remember
That
I
that?
was
think
all
we
random.
stopped there. Yeah.
Wasn't Busta Rhymes in there?
No, he was in one of them. Yeah,
Okay.
like Halloween.
I think it
you're
was
I gotta
that
tell
one.
you, we have the wrong host on right now to be talking about Halloween. If Wolf was here right now,
He'd be
Wolf
all
could
in.
break it down to us,
Yeah.
dude. He loves Michael Myers. He loves both Michael and Jason, but I think Michael, he had a dog named Michael. I'll tell you that. And I think it was Michael Jackson for Michael Jackson, but he loves Michael Myers. But I mean, that guy. I sit here and I claim to be like this cool. I like the horror and film and stuff like this. I am not this historian who knows. And just to let everybody know out there, I'm not this guy who knows everything about horror. Trust me, I don't. None of us do. We're not these. We just love the genre. We love
Strong
talking about it.
enthusiasts.
Yeah. So, Ben, what do you think about Mike, dude? Old Mike Myers.
You know, I mean, just, you know, it just kind of like falls into that whole realm of like this like very daunting kind of like brutalish kind of character, you know. I feel like before him, there really, in the horror community or film, there really wasn't that. I feel like that's why it was so successful, because it just brought something kind of new and somewhat fresh, but like from a very like just like big and like, you know, impressionable, you know, like character, you know, with this
and
weird
also
mask and knife.
just
Yeah.
the slasher. I like you could say Jason, all that's in the woods and everything.
Right.
But this guy's going through residential neighborhoods.
Exactly.
And he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And he
getting
doesn't
away
die.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't
Like
die.
he could get shot a million times
Right.
and he'll still be alive.
And there's that classic walking pace that he just maintains, never runs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
never runs out because he's so smart
then all
and
of a sudden
ahead
he
of the
pops
game.
around the corner.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
playing chess while everybody's playing checkers.
And again, we just talked about it in with The Shining. The score. I gotta tell you, that's my big thing since I've learned about like developing. And if you guys out there don't know, we're in development. Actually, we're in pre-production for a film that we're all doing. Every single one of us are in the film. It's great. Actually, I'm
Let's go.
directing it. I'm in it a little bit, but it's the music. I mean, it's the score that gets that tension built up
Definitely.
in the scene. And his was like that ding. It's like that, you know, and then of course that iconic, you know, Michael Myers score.
yeah.
Just like,
Well, even like the stone cold stare, the just like the silence. He doesn't speak a word,
Yeah.
Right.
but it says so much.
Yeah.
You
You're
know what
right.
I
No,
mean?
you're 100% right. Because it's just like death behind his eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way I feel like it. Like if you're looking at somebody that's looking at you, you know, like I'm looking at the camera right now, hopefully. But something like that, you know, it's just like you get this crazy. It's this concept. And real quick, we'll transition to the next question here in a second. But Ben, I want to talk to you about this. Do you know about the camera work on that?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, so that was like one of the first POV shots, like really. So like,
that does make sense.
you know
That's
what?
Because
we-
they saw him looking through the mask when he was a little
100%.
boy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Got
That's
it.
why,
Yeah.
So it's like this, and I think I'm not saying they invented the Steadicam,
Right.
And I don't know if you know what that is. It's like this,
yeah.
you know, but I think that's where the whole concept kind of came from.
Okay.
Was that John Carpenter was like, I want it from the
Point of
killer's
view.
POV, point of view. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that was great. Well, now Ben.
Well, what movie would you say that affected you the most as a kid? You know, like what kind of stuck with you? You know, kind of like down to your core.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, my first horror scary movie, I was about like 5. I told my babysitter I was allowed to watch was
She liked our
Candyman.
babysitter.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
was Candyman.
So Candyman, I could go.
Yeah.
Candyman is cool. I like Candyman.
I think I was 5 years old or something like crazy, and I was like,
I
yeah,
gotta-
I'm allowed to watch this. And
Yeah.
so that's always stuck with me. So when the new one came out, that was very interesting to see
bet.
what they.
How they transitioned
yeah.
it, made it
Right.
more retrofitted to
Yeah.
like modern day. Yeah.
Yeah, that was with the dude that played like the new Morpheus or something. Wasn't he like in? He was like in Aquaman too. The African American actor. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He's the one that played Mantis, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
played Mantis, but
Yeah.
that wasn't a bad. That wasn't. I mean, it was okay. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
But it wasn't like, oh my god, that was
I know.
absolutely
But it
phenomenal.
wasn't that. Was
But
that
they didn't
produced
tank
by
on it.
Jordan Peele, or did he direct that?
Oh, the newest
Yeah,
one?
I think
I'm
you're
pretty
right.
sure you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
Well, what's crazy about Candyman is there was like a real Candyman, and I think his name was Dean Corell or something like that.
Okay, tell us
And-
more.
Yeah, and so apparently this guy, his family, they owned like a candy making company, manufacturing company, and so all the candies that were like messed up or whatever on the manufacturing side of it, he would take them to the neighborhood and give it to all the kids.
Oh, okay.
And so, but what he started doing is he got divorced and went through a bunch of crap, and then so he ended up going crazy. And I guess the wife left and his kids were still there, or I don't know, something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
He took care of the kids. Well, he would go and drive around in a panel van, like a white panel van, and he would
Classic.
get like teenage boys and stuff.
course.
And he would tell them, hey, come to my house. I got beers, I got weed. And so they would be like, hell yeah, let's go over there.
Yeah.
So they would get all
I'd go.
They would get all fucked up. Yeah, they would get all fucked up. And then whoever passed out first, they would end up waking up strapped to a piece of plywood with hooks hooked into
Oh
them.
shit.
And so he would he would just torture the shit out of these boys,
Yeah.
and then kill them. And
It's
then,
like Gacy.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Pretty
I
much.
gotta. Can I tell you a quick Gacy story? If
Yeah.
you guys have heard, has anybody
Yeah.
here seen Quiet on the Set yet?
I don't think I've
Quiet
ever-
on the. It's
Yes,
the one
I
about the
think so.
Nickelodeon kids.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys want to hear
Yes,
something pretty
I have
messed
heard
up?
about that, yeah.
So that, first off, I apologize to all of you younger people. I don't know about Drake and Josh. I'm 48 years old. That was not my generation. But that kid who played Drake
That was
the
my
one
generation.
he got sexually molested by the producer or whatever that guy was. Did you know that guy that molested him had a painting that was made by John Wayne Gacy in his house?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he was his pen pal.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if you watch the documentary, it's called Quiet on Set. It's on HBO Max. It's a very hard watch.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
when we talk horror, this is like real life horror.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But
We're
definitely.
the messed up part, I feel like, is these parents are so trusting in these individuals who promise their children the world and all this money and
Oh,
success
yeah.
and fame, and so they sign them away.
Yeah. Well, they're looking
children.
at their children like cash cows now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And
they're
then
trust
to
it.
these predators.
I can tell you right
It's
now,
just-
me and him, we've been on the set with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going
Yeah.
to tell you the show
It's
that
sad.
we worked on,
Yeah.
but it was, you know, but I can't tell you that. I think they probably fixed it all by the time, you know, we got. I mean, this was just a couple years ago that I worked on this
I
kid
think
show.
it's still happening.
Oh, it's happening all the time. I don't. Here's my thing though: is I don't like to buy in and do these scare tactics of getting people like, oh my God, you get on a film set, your kid's gonna get something.
Well,
bad's gonna
yeah,
happen.
but-
You know, it's really in the management, the production, and I think that those productions get so big that sometimes they just get lost in it. And shit
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the movie.
Back to the
Yeah,
movie.
so Candyman was the shit, and I gotta tell you, it scared the shit out of me because number one, it takes place in the hood.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I got and when I say the hood, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
and he's like hybrid slasher supernatural. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
That fucking hook, dude.
Yeah.
Anytime I saw that thing, I was like freaking out.
It was the bees
Yeah.
for me.
The bees
The
too.
bees, yeah.
Because I'm terrified of
Bees.
bees too. I'm allergic to something.
Oh, that's why you're terrified
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, I'm not like I die, but if someone hits me, yeah, I swell up like I blow
Damn.
up. Yeah.
Well, and then like when I was growing up, you know, Candyman, the first one, I'm kind of in that same era, and that and La Llorona, like kind of like.
What about Bloody Mary?
Yeah, and Bloody Mary, exactly.
Did you ever go
In the
into the
mirror?
bathroom,
Yeah,
turn
with
off
your
the lights?
friends, turn off your lights. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I scared the shit out of myself.
Don't say that
Like,
shit
okay,
3
doing
times.
that.
Don't say that shit 3 times. We say it 3 times, she's gonna pop out of that damn
Exactly,
fucking television.
exactly.
Right?
I always
Another
chickened
one.
out by the third one. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here, guys.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
I said the third one and ran out the bathroom.
Exactly.
I want to
Fuck this.
Blue Baby or something. There was
What
one.
is it?
There was one more.
Blue baby.
Blue something.
Oh,
Blue
well.
face or something. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, well, that's. Speaking of La Llorona, I gotta tell you real quick. I gotta give this girl some props right now, guys. Okay, real quick, just to let you guys know, we started this development process of this company a long time ago, and we did this. We were hosting a party at this location we were supposed to shoot at. It's not happening anymore. But she did this little promo video. Talk about La Llorona. You look like fucking La Llorona in that shit.
Yeah,
We're gonna throw up the pictures
Yeah.
here, guys, on
Yeah.
the thing of her. I'll throw a couple up while we're talking right now. But dude,
I
and
mean,
I
the
gotta give
makeup was-
credit to Kirker too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was.
Eric, we love you still.
Yeah.
Please, I'm telling you, man, get back with us. We loved you. He did some major special effects
Yeah.
work on that. That
makeup
makeup
was
for you
awesome.
Yeah.
looked awesome, and you did
Yeah.
great on that.
And I
She's
got
like,
in character. It was.
Oh, when you crawled down the staircase?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
was
that
like real
crawl.
demonic with
I
it.
think
yeah.
I think our problem at that point in time was we didn't have the entire team together, to create something. I mean, there was only 3 of us. It was just me, you, Eric, and Carl. I think Carl, weren't you in that? I think he can hear me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was crazy. But you look scary as fuck.
Yes.
Too.
It
was
But you
awesome.
like to do.
Oh, I
you like
loved
to do
it.
shit like that, don't
I
you?
loved it. Mhm.
Do you do?
I drove around afterwards, went to McDonald's in the
wearing the
drive-thru.
makeup and
Scared.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
You should have walked into McDonald's crying.
It was fun.
Yeah, if I wasn't. See, the problem was that we had that little party before, and I drank a little too much. So I was trying to cut this promo, and I was just like, it turned out okay. But anyway,
right.
but her makeup and she was,
Stellar.
she
Awesome.
did this thing where she's like, crawling down
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
the stairway, and I was
It reminded
just
me
like,
of The Ring.
yeah,
Oh.
The
The chick from The
we
Ring.
were just
Yeah.
talking.
But she crawls out of the TV.
You have the hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can you like throw it over your face? Can you do that? And be like,
It's
no,
long.
not right now. I'm just
Eventually,
saying.
I can. But
Do you
yeah.
ever do that? Like ever like? I gotta tell you, my mom in this again. I was born in the '70s. Everybody, that's okay. And I know I'm old as shit.
Old fart.
My mom had hair like yours, right? I think it was a little longer because hippies back then did. And one of her favorite things was to do was when I was a little baby, we'd be in the swimming pool and she would throw that hair over her head
Oh, my
and then
gosh.
pop up from behind me.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, thanks, Mom. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, a lot of PTSD
She
later.
prepared you for the ring.
Exactly.
prepared me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she prepared
The
you for
Ring,
that
and
movie.
then we were kind of talking about The Grudge a little bit
Yeah.
too, so
Yeah.
that one stuck with you too, right?
It did.
You know
yes.
that like noise. That
Yeah.
was creepy,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I don't even know what to call that noise.
Right?
One of the first scary
That
scenes.
croaky noise.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Right.
like a toad going.
Did you? Okay, so like speaking of The Grudge, do you remember when they did the parody, the Scary Movie parody one?
Yes.
So do you remember when they had like I think it was like Scary Movie 3 or 4, and they had the little boy from The Grudge on there?
Yeah. Dude, well,
That shit was funny.
yeah,
though.
that shit is hilarious. Well, we were just talking about that little kid is scary as shit.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
When she went up in the attic, you did the whole, turnaround in the attic, and then he was just like right there.
And he's all he
Yeah.
opens his
Yeah,
mouth.
we're gonna
yeah.
get
That
into
was-
more
I
attic
remember
stuff
that.
here in a second. But
was-
yeah, that was a.
And little kids in scary movies, almost no matter what, are always terrifying.
Yeah.
Just absolutely horrible. It's just like, oh my God, why
Yeah.
you should not be here, and that's part of the
like
scare,
Children
right?
of
It's
the
like,
Corn. But
Yeah, Children. The Shining.
The
we were
Omen.
just in The Shining. The 2 twin girls.
Yeah, those
even
2
the little
twins.
boy.
Yeah.
Rah, rah, rah,
Yeah.
rah,
Yeah.
it's like, and it's funny because who was I watching? I was watching with a child actor. They play with them. It's kind of like they play with it. Were we talking about this last time? And they kind
The
of make it a game.
Exorcist, yeah.
That's what you said. They make it a kind of a game.
Yep.
And I can see that because I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm an amazing film director or anything, but I'm really good. Like my daughter and helping, coach kids and do stuff. I think that would be really cool. I've always wanted, my daughter and I did something on YouTube. You guys can see it, but I've always told Charlie, I was like, I want to get you going because she loves that shit.
Yeah.
She loves to be scared, like to scare people.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, maybe this summer will be the summer we get you a little get you a little ghost thing going on. 'Cause
Right.
this last one was a little more PG. It was about us turning into chicken nuggets. But anyway, so yeah, that's
Kind of
great.
scary because have you seen how they make chicken nuggets?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Pink slime.
Yeah,
Are
they
are
literally
real
grind.
chicken? Hey,
Well, they are real, but they grind up everything.
Yeah.
Like they literally.
sounds delicious.
It's
I
fucking
love
great
it.
with barbecue.
I
and
love it,
sweet
Cheetos,
sauce.
especially
just
especially
like-
after like 3 gummies.
Yeah.
Give me a box of 30 of those.
Ooh, I should have brought some
Just
gummies
kidding.
for you guys. I have some 50 milligram gummies.
Oh, that's nice. 50s?
50s.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
die.
man.
5-0.
Yeah,
All
Yeah,
right.
5-0.
right. Hawaiian 5-0.
Okay.
That'd not be on my
What's
ass.
up, everybody? We're back with Creative Kill, and we're talking with our guest and new host, Tori Lyons. What's up, Tori? Tell everybody again what's up.
Hi.
Yeah, we took a little bit of a break, but now, guys, we're going to get into a little bit of true crime. And I don't, and the reason why I get into this is like, there's things that happen in our world every day that are just these stories that are, you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? So we're going to go over a little bit of a holy shit story, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but just recently in the news, have you guys seen this thing where this 32-year-old man
Yep.
was hit back? Well, let me get into the backstory, I guess. Here, you tell it a little bit, Ben, because you know it. but-
Well, basically, this kid, from a very young age, was horribly treated by his stepmother. Basically, lost his grandmother at a young age, lost his father at a young age, and would actually still get food from other kids at the schools, would eat out of the trash cans and whatnot. And it got so bad to where basically the stepmom pulled him out of school. Right. Child services.
he was like 12,
at
right?
12 at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
About
That's-
fourth, fifth grade,
Because I know you
somewhere
know a
in the
lot
middle.
about this too, Tori.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about it earlier. And she pulls him out of school. They do a welfare check and whatnot through child services and the police department. Didn't find anything that seemed too out of the norm for the most part, right? And she basically locked him in a room for 20 years of his life. Wow. Yeah.
That is insane. Can you imagine being in a room locked in? And then,
Well,
hold on.
I can't imagine that actually.
Okay, we're not talking about a prison cell.
No, I was talking about my youth childhood.
Oh, okay,
No,
I was
I'm
listening. I was like, I thought you were talking
No,
about
I
prison.
was talking about prison.
I was like, God, I love him so much. Anyway, yeah. So let's elaborate a little bit. So he was 12 years old. His stepmom, and then didn't you said earlier he had like siblings and stuff that knew
Yeah, I had
this.
siblings who knew about it, and reading through the comments of the article, they should be held accountable as well.
Yeah.
Because are they emotionally and mentally jacked up too because of
they
this? So
should
is this
be.
why they didn't seek help? I mean,
They probably were introduced to that scenario as
Yeah.
it was like normal.
Yeah.
You know, like this is what happened. This is what.
Oh
everybody
yeah,
does.
it's just normal to
So,
lock your brother, your
yeah.
stepbrother up in a room.
So I don't think
Around
those
for
kids
20 years.
might have really known that it was wrong, like because of what.
But there's
they
many
were.
stories similar to that too. It's the siblings know and they don't seek help because they either
Either
afraid.
afraid,
yeah,
to
they're
that.
yeah,
afraid,
groomed,
they want
yeah.
to call them accomplices or whatever. But I mean, when you're in that kind of a situation, it's kind of like, what do they call that? It's, now I drew a blank. But anyway, but yeah, it's like there's this one person in power. They have all of it. Anyway, when they were, so he got out of his house. Did you guys hear? Did we tell you this? He set a fire.
Okay.
He set a fire in the attic, which drew the police department to finally come. Which I
You
I
should have
feel,
set that fire sooner.
well, that was
Yeah.
like, but I think he got a hold of some. We'll clarify all of this later on when we talk about it a little more on our true crime
But
series and stuff.
68 pounds. I'm around the same age as him, and so I couldn't imagine being.
And I know I'm not supposed to ask the woman this, but how much do you weigh?
I weigh
Because
about,
she's tiny,
yeah.
everybody. Everybody needs to know this. Tori said she's.
I weigh 120.
120.
And so
Wow.
Stand up real quick. Stand up for me. real
So
quick.
you're like double
60
his weight.
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah,
68 pounds.
68 pounds.
Okay,
Yeah.
a man. you
Don't make
know?
me stand up because I'm
Yeah.
200. So.
It's just sad. I just kind of try to put myself in that situation of not the horrible stuff that was happening, but also just being secluded from the world since 2005.
Yeah.
So he would have been in I was in 5th grade in 2005.
Oh my
And
Lord.
so, not
I was
living
graduating high
life.
school.
Did you graduate high school in
but-
2005?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was supposed to graduate 2007.
Yeah, that I mean, and that's what's. what I feel like is crazy about these stories, because then there was the women in Detroit. Do you guys remember that? There was like women locked in a basement. They had like 8 of them or something.
They just had something very similar like that here in the war zone. Though.
Yeah,
there was like 40 immigrants and that were like locked away in this little house.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Right.
So that still goes on today.
Man, I gotta tell you, Albuquerque also, we've got some creepy stuff going on. Dizzie and I talked yesterday. Did you get? And we're gonna change the subject just a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
But if you check out the Instagram profile, I'll repost it on this. I'll put the link on. But it's called Off Central. Did you get any more information about that?
I did get more information.
So there was a riot flyer that went out.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah, and right here in downtown.
Saying how like what to do in a riot.
Like a riot situation.
And then it's on the back, it says don't get caught, and then it lists like wear clothes that, N95 masks for tear gas, and wear stuff that covers your eyes.
And I gotta tell you, Ben, I thought it was.
off.
I called Ron McLam, our friend Ron.
Yeah.
Because they did the riot simulation like the week before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's exactly what this is going to be. And ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, here in Albuquerque, they do a riot simulation. They hire actors to be the rioters so the police officers know how to deal with them. And it's all just this simulation or this training exercise that the police does. Yeah. Ben works a lot with the state police and stuff. He does training exercises with them in there. But this was not.
No.
It was not.
So my friend, he actually runs the Off Central page on Instagram. And so he was actually driving home from the studio, and he actually had seen all the flyers all over. So
it was him.
Yeah, so it was him.
Wow.
So he stopped and he opened his door and he grabbed one and it read about the riots, and he was like, "What the hell?" So I called him directly, and I'm like, when you told me about it,
me and you talked.
So I hit him up and I was like, "Yo, so what's up with that?" And he was like, "Oh, bro," he was like, "Oh, I tripped out." He was like, "I fell asleep at the studio. I'm driving home and I see all these flyers." And then he was just like, I know people are saying in the comments, oh, he probably put them there or whatever. Yeah. But he was like, oh, why would I waste all that paper and do all that shit?
Man, I gotta tell you, the comment section is the wild, wild west anyway. I always tell people that I'm like, don't read what you read into the comics, because people just want to put shit out there to get attention.
Oh,
And shit.
So what do we think? I mean, ultimately, was this like an act, or is this?
I mean, honestly,
real?
with things that are going on, and like I don't put it past like that there's like certain domestic terrorist organizations.
Yeah,
that possibly are paid by our government. Who knows? Our CIA have been known to do some pretty shysty shit. So I think this could, I am a conspiracy theorist, but I think
that's why we love Disney, guys.
I think that this could be planned
Disney's
by the
like
government.
it's the aliens plus the CIA plus the
right.
plus Mark Wahlberg.
It's a fear-mongering tactic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Illuminati,
It's the Illuminati, dude. I love to take a little algorithm dive into Illuminati stuff, because it gets so weird. And we were going back to that documentary we were talking about quite on set. But it's like, when they talk about drinking the blood of children and all this other crazy stuff.
Or the red shoes. Have you heard about that?
No.
So apparently there's this a conspiracy theory about in Hollywood that they make red shoes, right? And the red shoes are made out of skin from children.
Oh my God.
And so the hand that's on the volleyball for Castaway.
Yeah.
So apparently that symbol is supposed to represent like killing children or something like that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like some demonic shit.
We've got a little deep in this episode.
Dude.
Yeah, no,
a
it's
little creepy.
It goes so
we
crazy.
kind of bounced
down the
around a little
rabbit
bit, guys, but we sorry about that. But yeah, this is kind of strange. I never knew anything. I have a pair of red shoes, dude. I mean,
Well, did you hear about the stuff about the Oscars? Like, evidently, like the way that they performed that musical number, that there's like hidden images within like the performance and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're doing some kind of ceremony.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they said that about Beyonce. They've said it about who's the other one? Lady Gaga, I think, was one of them at one time.
Who is the guy that sings? That he was like kind of like normal looking when he first came out, and then now he like dresses like the devil and shit.
You're talking about?
You're talking about Will Smith's son for a second. I was like,
Will
the guy wearing the house, like
No, I'm not talking about Jaden.
Jaden's not that. Jaden's just Jaden. But no, that's insane, man. About just all this stuff that's going on in our society right now, and just hearing about. We actually kind of she asked me about something earlier, and we'll get into this in a later episode. Yes, we are here in New Mexico. We are completely aware of the Gene Hackman situation that happened in Santa Fe. I was actually working. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit my mic. But I was actually working in Santa Fe because I was doing that security detail up at the Senate. And that's when that stuff went down. And I was trying to get information out from the state cops because I jumped on Dizzy's bandwagon. I was like having all these conspiracy theorists things.
Once you start, it is hard. You're done. You're down
Well,
a rabbit
yeah. Once
hole.
you jump in the rabbit hole, you're gone.
Yeah.
And so we'll get into more. But I have actually the newspaper clipping from the Santa Fe, the next day, and I'll bring that for one of.
Well, the thing that's crazy about conspiracy theories is, like, it's been proven that a lot of them are true. You know what I mean? After time, it's like this was a conspiracy theory, and all of a sudden now we're here, and they have like the proof, evidence to back that conspiracy to show that it was true.
You know, I think that there's so much stuff that happens in this world. You know, it's kind of like my dating life or something. You know what I'm saying?
Unpredictable.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
disappointing.
Oh my
well, I don't know if you guys heard. Did you hear?
No,
Did you see the TikTok yet I put up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
I have not.
So you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's
we're
going
going to
on?
wrap up this segment with this. So, as you guys know, let everybody kind of give a context of what the whole situation is. We started this show last year. We shot 3 episodes. We did pretty good. We got some people on. And then we took a little bit of break during Christmas. And so during Christmas, you know, it's Christmas. Everybody gets kind of lonely. You want to be around people. So I wanted to start dating again. Guys, I haven't dated in like 5 years. I mean, I've been on dates and stuff, but I've not like met anybody. So my friend, she's like, get back on the apps. Get on the apps, you know, like, and I can't name them because I want us to get sued, but you guys know who they are.
Right.
And so I started, and I was getting private messages or direct messages, whatever you guys young kids call them.
DMs, you know.
And
all DMs.
Then we kind of took a break. I took a break to get ready for doing these episodes, and so I stopped getting DMs completely. Like nobody was matching with me, nothing. And I'm even talking about the fake profiles, guys. So believe it or not,
even the
there's
bots
fake
were like,
profiles
no,
on dating.
guy's
We
too
all know,
extreme.
yeah. Like,
So you mean that
one perfect-looking Asian chick who's always like, "I think you're the best," you know.
behind
But
that
I
computer
wasn't even
screen,
getting
it's really
that.
like a 40-year-old man in his mom's basement. All
Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't even getting that. So here we go. So 3 days ago, I'm working on this episode for us, having Tori on and everything, and I get a PM from one of the dating apps, and so I open it up, and it says, "Listen here, I just want to tell you." I wish I had the message. I was going to try to screenshot it, and then I deleted it because I just don't want my shit out there. But she was like, "I would never date you. You're the most disgusting human being I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe you'd put stuff like that on your dating profile page." And I was just like,
Tell me how you
"What
really
the hell
feel.
have I done?"
Yeah, right.
I didn't know.
You're like, damn, did I post my nudes by accident?
I know, right? No, if that, they would be calling, dude. They'd be calling.
Right.
You know, they'd be.
I haven't slept
they'd
in
be
4
hitting
days,
up
like-
this specimen of a man. Just kidding. I'm like the ugliest person on the set. Anyway, just joking. Anyway, long story short. So you log into these apps now with, like, before you had to put your email. Now you can Facebook profile into them.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but yeah.
Or
Well,
you can
I don't
link your Google
well,
account.
they
whatever.
link
Yeah.
your Google account or they link your Facebook. So I linked my Facebook account, I guess, to this one dating app, and they put your Instagram stuff at the bottom. Now, if you guys haven't seen it, we have a new trailer out for 2025 for these episodes for this season. You're in the trailer. You're in the trailer. I'm in the trailer, right? So we're having all this stuff. Well, when they put the Instagram pages down, they just take the individual clips and put it on your dating profile. And unfortunately, one of mine, and we're putting it up right now. You probably can see it right here because we're going to put it up. There's the page. You can kind of see the little picture. But one picture pulled up, and it's our actress, Nadine, and it's when you had her tied up.
Yeah.
And the blood's coming off her. And this is definitely not true crime, guys, but it's hilarious. So basically what these women were seeing on my dating profile was
some woman gagged in
someone
fucking
got gagged and there's no
crying
context to
tears,
it. It's
like,
just a picture of Nadine. And guys, real quick, let me bring her on. Nadine is here with us today. Nadine, where you at? Come here, girl. Let me see. She's back here. I wanted to bring to everybody to let her know. Come on stage. Everybody, give a hand for Nadine, by the way. She was awesome. Nadine is our actress. She's alive. She's here. Everybody, she can say hi to everybody. I just wanted to make sure that. Thank you, Nadine. But yeah, so just to let you guys know that, I'm not really a murderer in real life. No, it's we have this gimmick at the end of the show. Everybody already knows it. So, but I guess they took it seriously.
A little bit.
A little bit seriously.
Yeah.
So my dating app cred, I've gone back off the apps. But it's gotten kind
What
of.
happened to no kink shaming?
Yeah,
You know?
I think there's kink shaming and then there's kidnapping. I mean, it's like,
I mean, there's a very fine line.
Right. It's there though. That line is there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but then you got to go from a woman's perspective that, yeah, this guy's, and I've tried to explain to people, guys, what I do, like what I'm involved with this show and everything.
Yeah.
It's really tough. I gotta tell you, like, there's a lot of women out there that I'm like, listen, I'm a horror enthusiast. I have a television or a show that we do, a web series show, and I talk about murder. Somebody gets murdered at the end of it every time, and it's just always like this huge red flag for them. They're always like,
It's like maybe you should wait till the third date.
right?
I think
Well,
so.
I just didn't know it was on my Instagram profile.
How do you
dude.
think I feel when I would meet a chick and she's like, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, well, I do social media."
Oh, I bet that you get a lot of flack from that because you're such a big
Kind
influencer.
of in a way. But then now, like my following, they know what I do. So.
Right.
They know I got a bunch of businesses.
And that's what I tell everybody. I always tell everybody, it's like, we're not here to be PC and everything. We just talk and shop. We love it. Yeah. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
We're a very diverse crew. We love each other, but apparently nobody will love me anymore because.
Well, that's the thing about. That's the thing, and like maybe the first impression thing went out the window with that on the dating app. So
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, how many times have you gone on a date and it's to a scary like horror movie or whatever? You know, it's gonna freak your date out a little bit. It's like women, I think to a certain degree. Maybe Tori can help me out here.
Yeah.
Like to be scared, right?
They do.
So
and they want you to protect them.
Yeah.
Tell us, Tori. Do they?
Is that it?
Is that like
Did you cuddle up with him?
because you're a horror enthusiast, and I mean, we're not going to name her
I
boyfriend
think
by name.
I'm bringing the scariness and the horror into like them, and I'm like, Jeffrey Dahmer making bowls out of skulls. Like I'm like, that's badass. And
You're
they're
like, that should be on Etsy.
This chick is like, something's not all there.
well,
but yes, roles
generally,
reversed. But yes,
generally
I
speaking.
can-
So I'm surprised your DMs aren't just like on fire.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like-
cracked a joke earlier when you told me. I was like, "Oh wow, I'm surprised your DMs didn't go up." with
Yeah,
that,
I know. I know,
You're like,
right?
I know a bunch of chicks that would like to get tied
I
up.
know. It's just
Willingly.
we
It's,
listen, we
willing.
don't judge.
yeah,
We
we
don't
don't
With
judge,
consent.
but it was.
we don't kink shame over here.
It's one of those moments though when you're in your life and you're just like trying to balance your work life and personal life thing, and you get this and you're just like, what the hell did I do now? Because I've done stupid shit. I've done so much stupid shit in my life that there's probably a Smithsonian to it. Okay. You know what I mean? I mean, like Smithsonian, like John Robertson's stupid shit. But it's like when you get when somebody comes at you like that, and you're looking, you're like, what did I do?
Yeah.
And then it's hilarious that it all had to do with creative.
Oh, so now you know how I feel every day of my life.
Right.
I'm like, what did I do? Oh, that video you got mad over that?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, guys, I wanted to tell the funny story and get back in it.
No,
but
that's a
let's-
great funny story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and it's funny that it ties into the podcast. Like,
Right. Well,
I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's our show, man, and that's the thing is like I can't take it like everything that's posted on our Creative Kill page versus our other page. It's like it's gonna be there, So what sucks is just trying. I'm gonna have to find somebody that's more a part of like the culture of horror and stuff. I guess that likes it because I was just matching with people that. They were like, "Oh, you're a security consultant," blah 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 blah, and the next thing I know, they're like, "And you murder people?"
Yeah, maybe you need to try to date like gothic chicks or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I've
How
had
about
one.
delete them all? Go to a
Do they have like
conference
do
and
they have
go
like
meet somebody
farmers
in
only
person.
with gothchicks.com or something?
yeah.
Because I work out there.
It's gotta be.
Like,
Gotta be.
You want like a a farmer.
Yeah, I want like a
slash
goth.
gothic
I want
chick.
like a country goth chick. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's a very rare combination.
Yeah.
I don't really
So if
see
you're a
that
country
around.
goth chick out there and you're looking to meet a guy,
So if you wear
me.
cowboy hats and those big platform boots with spikes on them,
Like
no.
fishnet tights. You know?
Fishnet
There you
study. That would be. Hey man, maybe that's a new costume. That we're gonna come up with goth country or
Right.
goth
I mean,
goth
they're
hick,
mixing
Goth.
everything else
goth
in.
chick or goth hick. I don't know.
Right.
Gothic.
Anyway. And we are finally going to wrap up episode 5, guys, of Creative Kill. We want to, first of all, thank our sponsors again, 519 Studio in the city of Albuquerque. This place is awesome. We love our new studio. We can't wait to shoot in the other one next time. We've got some really exciting guests coming on. But then we also want to thank Doughboy Cookies, who's one of our sponsors. And then we also want to thank Wolf Krusemark Art, who gives us our cool t-shirts. And today he's got the Count Orlok t-shirt without the porn stash, right? Is that
The
what-
Ron Jeremy
The
stash.
Ron Jeremy
Yeah.
stash. Yeah, I know. He looks so weird and creepy in that movie. Anyway, yeah, well, I'm talking about the new one. You know, have you seen the new one? He's awful looking. Anyway, we want to thank everybody. We especially today want to thank Tori Lyons. Tori, you're our new guest host.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys
Tori.
so much.
Fist bump.
Thank you.
And so we're
Thanks for
signing
having me.
off today, but guys, Tori will be back. Tori's coming
Yes.
back with us. We're so excited.
Part of the squad now.
And we're
Yeah.
finally got a female point of view. We're gonna have some more women coming on the show too. But we want to let everybody here know also. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get a little bit more followers going on there. We'd love to subscribe to our Instagram. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all the Spotify platforms. I mean, all the podcast platforms, and
TikTok,
then
all of them.
and then obviously TikTok, all of it. We've got all of it. So subscribe to all of it at Creative Kill Productions. So anyway, guys, we're signing off today, and I want to thank everybody. I'm John,
And I'm Dizzie Locz.
Ben Marshall, y'all.
and now we have
Tori.
Tori Lyons. We're all signing off
Lyons.
today. Oh, real quick, we forgot. We got to bring her in. Nadine, come in here. Come in. Yeah, Nadine, we got to tell the. And we want to thank Nadine, guys. Nadine is here. She's alive.
Very
we love
much
her.
still alive.
Thank you. You were
Still
so
breathing.
professional on set. You're a great actress. But yeah, guys, so she's alive. Nobody can give me anything. But yeah, we want to sign off and thank everybody. Thank you for watching Creative
All right,
Kill
thank you,
today.
guys.
We love you guys.
Yes, appreciate
All right.
That was a good show.
Great, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome.
Starving. Very smooth, actually.
Okay.
I
Can
know,
anybody
right?
tell me where the restroom's at?
I got you. I'll show you.
Just right around the corner over there. On the corner?
Yes.
She's fucking dead now.